Oh, I mean, it's just going to be a hard-fought game, like we said. Everyone's going to play key factors from just Charlie and Logan to all the guys on the bench. And I'm ready for this game. I can't wait to call it with you, Foster.
And so we are going to send it to the predictions. I'm going to say bye to Ben Meek for now. We're going to bring in Caden Trikoshi. We are going to take a quick break, and we will see you in just a moment.
My name is Nathan Kalwicki. I was in the U.S. Army, and my rank when I was medically retired was E4. Grew up, I had my mom, my dad, my brother. My brother's about 4 years younger than me. We did snowboarding and skiing. It was just about 5 minutes away. There was a little hill near us, and my parents provided those opportunities, and we kind of got a little bit of everything in that regard. My favorite classes were music theory, and so I took some music theory classes throughout school and connected with those kids. The time came when we graduated. I decided to go to a tech school, like it was ITT Tech. I went there for computer programming, and it was all right. Like I did fine. It was just the social environment again. It felt a lot to me like school, and just sitting there and kind of like getting talked at. It was just not the environment I wanted. Didn't connect with it. So I dropped out after like 2 semesters of that. And my parents were just like, I was still living at home, and they're like, well, if you're not gonna go to school, then you're gonna get a job, or you gotta get out, you gotta do something, like you're gonna have to move out. I think that's where the military idea came into my head. I talked to some different recruiters. I talked to like the Marines, and I think it was mainly the Marines and the Army I was between. I wanted to do like the Army Ranger thing, and I learned about like Green Berets and that path. So I told my recruiter, I want that. There's an Army infantry, like 11 X-ray contract that was supposed to, you go in, you get to go from basic to airborne and then try to do the Ranger thing, which I wanted that contract. And they're like, well, that's going to be, another year or something. You'd have to wait to get that contract. And I'm like, oh, I kind of want to go sooner than later. So he's like, oh, but there is just this this infantry airborne contract, whatever that was called, but you won't get any like sort of signing bonus or anything like that. I'm just like, all right, I want to do that. I want to like get in as soon as I can. May 2010-ish, I think that's when my entry date was. I went to basic training at Fort Benning, Georgia. Overall, it wasn't that hard of an experience when I look back at it, but it was definitely a shock for me. And then from there, I went to my first duty station, which was Colorado Springs, the 4th Infantry Division, and then went to a heavy mechanized unit, which was 4th ID, and it was a rear detachment. So a bunch of us went to this rear detachment. So that meant that the rest of the unit was deployed already. They were in Afghanistan, and that was just like the sort of support, running basic logistics and funneling guys that as people would get wounded, casualties, we would be the pool of guys that would be sent to replace them. By the time that 6 months had passed, it was, a lot of us that came there were just sitting there and we didn't deploy. So then that unit was coming back, and the next brigade over were getting ready to deploy. So they were like, all right, this brigade's deploying, anybody want to volunteer? And everybody volunteered because we all wanted to just go and do the job that we were supposed to do. Then we were deployed in, I think, June of 2011. We were deployed to this Farah province in the southwestern kind of corner of Afghanistan, and it's sort of a deserty climate. My unit, which was the 4th Infantry Division, 2nd Brigade, so 110 Cav, it was bandit troop, and they were like Cav scouts. So I was like an infantry guy attached to a Cav scout unit, that was in a mortar platoon. The main mission for the company, and I think larger, the entire army, the entire military in Afghanistan at that time was to train the Afghan army. So that involved doing courses for them, showing them how the weapons operated, kind of we'd lead part of a patrol and then be like, all right, you guys take over and do the rest of the patrol. So I had been deployed for approximately 6 months. I think I had just gotten back from an R&R, rest and recovery, went back for Thanksgiving and see my family and some friends. So early morning, like we had talked the night before, like did a little, brief and went over what we're doing generally. Like we're going out to this compound that is now A&A controlled. It had been a joint compound, they'd call it, where there was American soldiers and Afghanis living on the same compound. And it was kind of like remote, but because there wasn't really a ton of action or things happening out there, they decided to pull the resources in closer to where there was more things happening. But we still had to go out there and check on them and make sure things were still going smoothly. The night before, so I was like kind of sick, and basically was given the option to stay back. Like that night, I was like, all right, sweet, I'm gonna stay back because I'm sick and I'll just like pull guard duty or whatever. And then I think I remember waking up that morning and hearing the guys. I'm like, oh, it's kind of nice. I get to like sleep in a little bit. And everybody's getting ready. And then somebody like comes up and like, hey, Kelwicki, you got to get ready. This other guy's actually more sick. And I was like, oh, shit, I was kind of like a little bit grumpy, like, oh, I got to get ready, and wasn't prepared for this. And I think by the time I get there, it's like 8:30. Sun had just come up, and it was a nice day. And Christmas Eve, wasn't really thinking much about that. And we pull up and get into the compound, and the sort of procedure is just setting some of our guys up as guard like outposts. They have their own outpost set up, but we also put ours up there too. And then we had just a morning briefing where we all kind of gathered around in like a huddle, and we're getting our assignments for the day. Like, oh, like Kelwicki, you're going to be with this team, and you guys are going to be on the patrol, and you guys are going to be out here and just training these guys on whatever, the saw and the 240 or whatever it may have you. So I remember being in that huddle, and I had my saw, and basically like Roger Sergeant, and like go like this, and then I fell to the ground and then heard the gunshots, and it was like belt-fed machine gun. I knew like right away, and I'm like, wow, this is like thinking like I was already down. I knew I was wounded, but I was just thinking like, what's happening? Like, are we getting overrun? Like what's going on? And I kind of like look up, and I can see my guys running and getting to cover, like just to the edge of that couch. There was like a little ditch, so I see a bunch of my guys like getting there, and rounds are just flying up around me, and within, and I'm I feel like that fire and burning, and like, okay, it's not good. And then within it seemed like a long time, but probably 30-45 seconds, the shooting stopped, and somebody's like, one of my team leaders is on me, like sort of like searching me, smacking me, like trying to, and then like my medic is working on me, and they're doing whatever they're doing, and I'm sort of in that, like I would say like Saving Private Ryan sort of, tell my mother I love her, and like I'm not like I'm ready. I'm kind of like fading out and wanting to just go to sleep, but squad leader or team leader is smacking me and keeping me awake, and until they call in the medevac, the chopper, and I just remember getting carried out to it and seeing like there's like these kind of Darth Vader looking guys, they're all in black and have masks on, and getting on that, and I think I was like, oh, can I have some morphine or whatever? And eventually they gave me some morphine, and I just blacked out, and I didn't really know really what had happened at that point at all. I was sort of in shock or just unaware. So as one of the ANA, one of the Afghan army guys that they kind of like went rogue and started spraying into my platoon, like our huddle. And so four of us were wounded, and I was probably the worst. Yeah, like 2 and 3 weeks later, I wake up at Walter Reed in Bethesda, and I think like my dad was next to me, and I was, like just hooked up to all these tubes and stuff, but really wasn't totally aware. I'm just like, and he's like, oh, like this is what happened. You got shot, you lost your leg, and that's just the start of the hospital journey.
Welcome back. I'm here with Caden Trikoshi, and now we are going to be doing some predictions for some other games around the area, and obviously the predictions for tonight, and as well as another Hersey game tomorrow. Caden, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm just excited for this. I'm excited for this spectacular week of basketball. We got a great slate of games, not just in the MSL, but around the state coming up this weekend.
So let's kind of get into it right away. So we've got some games from former conference opponents, but now on the other side of the division. I'm still not sure what they're calling these new divisions yet. Are we East or West? I don't know.
Still the West.
Well, okay, so I think we're the East. But starting it off, we've got Barrington versus Meadows. Meadows is they're a perennially good basketball team. I think Barrington was one of those teams that we thought were going to be pretty good this year, but they found out to a little bit of a slower start. I think Barrington got blown out recently. Do you happen to remember who it was?
I believe they got blown out by Waukegan, which we will talk about next. But Waukegan is a top 10 team. They have one of the best players in the state right now. So that's an excusable loss. They also lost by 7 to Fremd, Barrington. And Fremd is obviously a top 5 team right now in the state and the best team in the MSL. But I'm still going to take the Broncos in this game. I think Meadows lost too much talent last year. Meadows has some suspicious losses so far, and Barrington kept it very close to Fremd. It was down to the wire. So I'm going to go with the Broncos to take this one home against Meadows, but I think they win 4 or 5 points at the most.
So I'm going to agree with you on this one. I do think that Barrington is going to take the win here. I just don't think that Meadows is having that kind of year. They don't really have the kind of talent they have had in recent years with, Ian Militic and, future NBA players like Cam and Max Chrissy. But I think they're just having a down year. Not that Meadows is a bad team. I'm sure they're going to give us a great test when they come here and then when we go to them. But I am going to have to take Barrington in this game. And so now, just as we foreshadowed, Fremd, one of the top teams in the state, 9th unmaxed preps, they go to Prospects Fieldhouse. Prospect off to a bit of a slower start. They kept a close game against us. I thought their interior was also good. They had a good center who I believe he had, I think, around a dozen points down in the paint. But Prospect, their three-point percentage was really bad in that game. And I think they do take a lot of threes, so if they kind of get that percentage up a little bit, they will have a better chance of winning this game. But overall, I think Fremd just has too much talent. And they have depth. Just a big school, a lot of kids they can bring in, a lot of good players. And being that they're ranked 9th in the state, I think they should have no problem with this game.
Yeah, and you could not have said that better. I think you were spot on talking about Prospects' three-point percentage. I mean, for a team with slow tempo and high percentage of perimeter play, they cannot miss those threes, and Fremd's going to punish them. Jordan Williams is the best player in the MSL. He will win MSL Player of the Year. I will call that now. And he is one of the best players in the region. He's averaging well over 20 points. He will drop 32 on Prospect as Fremd beats them by 20. Mark my words.
Very bold, specific prediction there from Caden. So now we move a little bit further away in the conference. I believe this is now the West Division we're talking about. Conant versus Hoffman. I don't believe, is Conant in our division this year?
No, Conan is not.
Okay. And we just had a game against Hoffman, went to their gym, beat them by 27. It was a very solid game for guys like Ethan Grease, Charlie Pomus, and Jake Narot. Obviously, good. It's good to have we had a good crowd at that game, and it's good to have a good student section when you're going that far away, especially for a basketball game. Don't normally see something like this, so kind of a good turn up for this Hersey program. But for this game, I think I want to take Hoffman. I do think they have a lot of talent. I did think that they had some good players last year and that they gave us a fight even in games last year, but I do think they kind of beat Conant on the talent side, and that's where I think I'm going to take them in this matchup.
Yeah, I agree with you here. I'm going to take Hoffman Estates over Conant. Conant has lost 4 straight, and their point differential not so good. I think they're about 60 behind in those 4 games. Hoffman, their first loss of the season was to Hersey just a little bit ago, so they are still a very hot team with a minor setback. Only way Conant can win this is with their home crowd by their side. It is a big rivalry, but I still see Hoffman coming out on top.
All right, now we're going to move a little bit further out. We got Waukegan and Warren Township. Obviously, Warren is a team that we're familiar with football, but Waukegan, a very good team in basketball perennially. Warren consistently makes it far into state in basketball as well. This is a little bit out of my area of expertise, so I'm going to hand it over to Caden here, and then I'll make my call.
Yeah, so Warren Waukegan, this is one of the biggest rivalries in the state. They have 2 of the most historic gyms. They have people come out to this game, support from the entire community. And Warren and Waukegan have 2 top 10 offenses, according to the Massey ratings, in the entire state. Jackson Davis for Warren, rated the best junior by ESPN. Waukegan has one of the best forwards in the state as well. This is an extremely hard pick, but Waukegan looks a little too good. They have been destroying teams recently. I think that they're going to pull off, dare I say, the upset against Warren coming on Friday night.
Upset might not be the best word to use for it. On Max Preps, we got Waukegan ranked 13th, Warren unranked. But if you look at other rankings like Massey or even Chicago sometimes, or even Slosh online, Warren is ranked and Waukegan is a little bit lower. I just think Warren's just an overall really good team. I believe they lost to Curie, if I'm not wrong. They did. And that's another really good team in the entire state, probably going to win a state championship. I am going to go against Caden on this one for once, and I am going to take Warren to win this game. And so next we have a little bit of another rivalry before we come into the Hersey games. New Trier versus Deerfield. New Trier, probably one of the biggest schools in the state. Deerfield, not very far from New Trier. I happen to know this is a big rivalry in hockey, but I'm sure it translates over to basketball as well. Caden, do you want to break down this one as well?
Yeah, this is the best conference in the north suburbs. This is the CSL. You have teams from the Glenbrooks, you have Deerfield, you have New Trier, you have all these powerhouses. And this is a completely different shift than this Warren Waukegan game with the top 10 offenses. Both of these teams, Deerfield and New Trier, have the top 15, have 2 defenses in the top 15. So that makes it very difficult. I just think New Trier is too hot. I think Chris Kirkpatrick, he is a D1 prospect. He reigns. I think his 3-point percentage is above 50% on the season, something absolutely unheard of. Deerfield has had some major slip-ups of recent, and it's in the Gates Gymnasium in Winnetka. So I am going to take New Trier over Deerfield by a handy margin, I think.
I'm also going to take the hand against Caden on this one as well. I just think that, being in a rivalry game, and I just understand it's probably the same in basketball as it is in football. Going over to a rival's, their place, and, you have the opportunity to, shut up their student section and play a very solid game and just, prove everybody wrong. I think what we've seen, especially in the CSL, is they play so gritty, and basketball is such a passion there, where I feel like, New Trier, I don't want to throw out any stereotypes, but those kids are pretty cocky from what I've learned over the years. They're kind of cocky, but I feel like if they just get out a little complacent, if Deerfield can catch them off guard, they can come out and win this game. So I do think that's what's going to happen. Not that New Trier is going to have any slip-ups, but I just think that they're going to be tested by Deerfield, and I think Deerfield can come out with the win in a very close game, in my opinion.
And sorry, just to add real quick, a statistic I forgot to mention, Deerfield dropped their rivalry game before to Loyola. That's a big rivalry up there in the north suburbs, and so they could drop this one to Deerfield. But other than that, New Trier dropped it to Loyola, and they could drop it to Deerfield in another rivalry game. But other than that, in their 6 games, they have had a positive 170 point differential, which is unbelievable in 6 games. And it's not like they've played 1A, 2A, random teams. They've played Maine South. They've played Lane Tech. This is a team to watch for going into the state playoffs in March.
All right, and so for our final match before we go into the Hersey games, not as much of an exciting matchup as we might see. We've got Buffalo Grove and Elk Grove. They're kind of in the, I don't want to say we'll call it the West. The West of. Hello and welcome one and all to the Ken Carter Gymnasium here at John Hersey High School. Tonight we've got a highly anticipated matchup between the Hersey Huskies, your Hersey Huskies, and the Palatine Pirates. Your Huskies come into this game number 2 ranked in the state on Max Preps, and the Palatine Pirates ranked number 17th. Tonight I am joined by Caden Trikoshi standing to my left, and Ben Meek will be joining us standing to my right. We've got Caden for color commentary and Ben Meek for stats and analysis. Let's start with Caden. How are you guys feeling for tonight?
I'm feeling amazing. This is going to be an amazing game of MSL basketball. We have 2 of the top 25 teams in the state. We have an electric atmosphere at home, and honestly for the Huskies, this could be the biggest game of the year. I'm willing to say they're better than that Elite 8 95 team. I'm willing to say they could be better than the 73 Dave Corzine Huskies. And it all comes down to this. If they take down the Pirates, I think they have a shot to make a deep run this year's playoffs.
You know, this team's really good. They're amazing from 3, just everything else. They're good stats-wise. Will Beck, Jr., number 11, I'm pretty sure. He's 5 for 5 from inside the 3-point line. 12th, Will Beck. Inside the 3 is 5 for 5 right now, going on a hot streak for that, and a lot of other stats are pretty good for the team.
Hersey currently announcing their starting lineup for tonight. We've got number 0, Logan Luxem at the forward. Ethan Grease, number 1. Logan Luxem is actually at the point guard. We got Ethan Grease at the shooting guard. Charlie Thomas at the small forward. Kyle Irwin at the power forward. And your big man center, star QB as well, Jake Narrott. He's got a tough task. To our very first Dispatch Game Day show. The big center for Palatine.
And if there's any keys to this game for the Huskies, it's to shut down Tony in the paint. Big Tony's been electric all season. He dropped 20 in his last game, and he's been averaging well over 15 all season. If they want to make a difference, if they want to shut down this game and take home the W, they need to focus on him.
Now, we didn't get to that point in the pregame. We had to cut it short, but Caden and I were both calling the predictions, and we had predicted Huskies to take a win tonight and as well tomorrow versus the Glenbrook North Spartans. We've got a packed house today. Orange Kush is lighting up the show. We are ready to get underway. Charlie Palmas and Abram Williams, as he will win the tip-off for the Palatine Pirates. We're underway. 3-ball off the rip. That's going to be off the mark. That was number 22, Darren Dick. With the goggles, taking the 3-ball. A little bit of a scrum for the ball there as Logan comes away with it. Kyle's got an open space. He'll drive in, going off the glass, and he'll draw the foul to take 2 free throws.
Good call. We'll take a few steps back. Darren Dick is the star shooter for this Pirates team. You're going to see him on the perimeter a lot. He won't drive it that much. That duty's going to belong to Tony Belengai. But here's Kyle Irwin shooting 2.
Out on the floor right now, for Palatine, we've got Darren Dick, as we just mentioned, Tony Balangani, Abram Williams, who took the tip-off, and I believe that's number 15, Brady May, and number 25, Jake Tripp, standing in for the Palatine Pirates as Kyle Irwin knocks down the first free throw.
Kyle's pretty good from the free throw line. He's 4 for 6 for this game, 5 for 7 right now.
Hearing chants from the Palatine student section made their way out here, but Kyle drains it no matter.
Yeah, they got a large student section here. I mean, traveled not a far distance, but pretty impressive. It just shows you how high stakes this MSO matchup really is.
Darren Dick trying to cross over. Kick it out to Abram Williams. Williams got to kick it out to Balangani. Balangani trying to drive in on Narod. Irwin got a hand in there.
Wow.
And Narod will come away with it.
That's a
So now
big
Luxem
steal.
taking it up the floor, just resetting now for the Huskies.
Big steal by Narot, shutting down the big center for Palatine.
Good awareness there from Kyle Irwin. Now they just pass around the arc. Irwin inside Narot. Mismatch inside. Irwin from Palmas back out to Irwin. Comes Luxem again. Just moving the ball as they do. Down low, inside Irwin. Kicks it out. 3-ball. Off the mark from Ethan Greaves, but the rebound comes in from Jake Narot, top rebounder on the team. Narot driving in, and he will draw the foul.
And from this first minute and 15 seconds, there has been some pretty impressive ball movement by these Huskies. They look prepared, they look ready, grabbed a couple key rebounds as well, drawing fouls. They're doing everything right to start this fourth quarter.
Blocking foul there. Foul came from number 11, Abram Williams. Already 2 fouls for him so far. As Narod will knock down the first free throw.
No, it's amazing from free throw line. He's 6 for 7 right now, going into right now, and he's pretty consistent. Only missed one. I don't know what game it was, but
That one off the mark. We mentioned how important free throws were going into this game. The percentage for the team was a little bit lower in the last couple games, but right now we're 3 for 4. Maybe get that up later. So they're going to drive it down low to Williams. Turnaround shot. That's going to be an air ball.
Wow.
A little scrum for the ball, but it'll be Palatine's ball again. Air ball. Chant coming in from the student section.
And Williams seems to be taking a lot of shots today already. He's taken one from beyond the arc. He's taken one from the point. He might have another one right here.
Darren Dick at the key. Irwin in front of his face. Dribbling to his left. Kick it back out. That's Brady May. Palatine moving around the exterior. Tony Balangani. Big Tony as they call him. Abram Williams letting it be heard from the student section. Gets the turnaround on the spin. Outside, Brady May for 3. That's off the mark. Palmas getting the rebound. Aggressive play. That's going to draw a foul. A lot of contact there. It'll be Hersey ball, just a reset.
And first 2 minutes of the game, 3 Pirate fouls, none for the Huskies. They're playing smart basketball. They're playing, I wouldn't say too aggressive either. They're trying to play the Pirates out of this game.
Darren Dick gets the foul call. He's out for the first time this game. And stepping in now is number 3. That is Alex Iliopoulos. High pass over to Luxem. Just moving the ball around so far. Grease. Thomas. Maybe looking to draw something up. Movement from Narod down low. Luxem will hold it and get it out to Palmas. Just some movement from the Huskies right now. Now Palmas trying to drive in. Pulls up for a jumper. Off the mark. Now a wrestle for the rebound. Pulled in by Robbie Wilcox. Palatine's got it now. Brady May. Looking for Big Tony up top. Chanting coming in from the student section. Tony trying to drive in. Some contact from Nara. That's going to draw a foul.
And that's what he's going to do best. That's what he's going to make you do. He's going to make you foul him. Otherwise, he's going to get physical. You're going to get shoved out of the way, and he's going to finish at the rim if you don't. That's just his specialty. That's where he gets all his points. Obviously, he's not a sharpshooter. He's a big guy, and he'll bully you underneath.
Chanting coming in from the student section. As Balangani's first free throw is good. First points for Palatine so far. Only 2:57 in. Palatine did score a lot of points in their first few games, but so far just a slow start, as we've seen that from the Huskies there as well. All it takes is one little spur of momentum for them to get going.
Yep.
As Balangani hits his second free throw. Some quick passing now in their own end.
Oh, double team.
Down low.
And
Nora for the finish.
Wow.
Beautiful ball movement.
The Huskies are taking advantage.
Only a few dribbles even taken on that possession.
Wow.
A lot of chest passes, quick movement. Found Nara down low. Williams trying to drive in on Palmas. That's going to be a steal. Ethan Grease coming away with it, and that's going to be a foul. Brady May picks up his first.
Wow. Yeah, that's already the 4th team foul for the Pirates. They are physical early, and we knew that they were going to be physical coming into this game.
Yeah, it really won't take long for the Huskies to get into the bonus at this point.
Yeah, honestly. It seems like a little too physical now. I think they need to cut back.
That's
and the
what we
Huskies
said
taking
was going to
advantage.
happen. Obviously, we didn't get to see that point in the pregame show, but Caden and I talked about how physical and maybe chippy this game was going to be as another foul comes in. That is foul number 2 for Robbie Wilcox.
Palms from the free throw is 14 for 22 on the season, 63%. Looking to upgrade that stat right here, right now. So a couple stats to point on since we're here right now. Palms is leading the team with 100, with going into this game as 113 points. Following is Logan with 60 into this game, and just key factors with our seniors looking good right now, hoping to come away with this win.
Yeah,
free throws from Charlie Palmas were good.
You mentioned 113 points. That's about 15 plus a game. That's 16, I believe, and change. He's been very efficient for these Huskies.
3 from Wilcox goes beyond the arc.
Yeah, what I have is, I don't know if this is factual or not, but Palmas leading into this game through 5 games is averaging 22.6 points per game.
Wow. My math is way off. Sorry about that.
Eli Leyva checks in as he's going to get the ball now. He came in for Kyle Irwin, and just a little bit of an errant pass there from Logan Luxem, I believe it was.
Yeah,
just couldn't get the toe tap.
I think that might be the first mistake, and there hasn't been many. We've gone through half of the first quarter. They've played flawless basketball. That might be the first mistake from the Huskies. I think they'll shake it off very easily. This team
They were
is very
looking
resilient.
to move the ball quickly there, as you didn't minimal dribbling, very quick passes, just one pivot step they took. Maybe try to slow the pace down a little bit, trying to get out a little bit hot, a little too early. I think if they just stick where they are right now, they should be good. Oh! Sniper there.
Wow.
For 25, I believe that's Jake Tripp.
Yep.
In the namesake. Hersey just settling down now. Nara going to try and drive in. Shout out Jake with the new shoes. Look great on him. Kind of a salmon color. A little bit of a tip there. Comes back to Trotter. He checks in. He checked in for Ethan Grease, just that pass play, and now he's going to have an open 3, and just off the mark. As Big Tony gets the rebound.
I still love that offensive possession. Came off a great steal, mop that floor. Hope he doesn't trip again. Great steal from Palmas, and on the fast break, they kind of took it a little slow, but I like that they're wasting a little bit of time there. It's
good
offense.
Defense there from Leyva to force an uncomfortable shot. Here comes Charlie Palmas driving in,
Wow.
and he'll get it. Finishing at the cup, beautifully done by Charlie Palmas. First points from the floor tonight. Except, sorry, I forgot about the Narod dunk. That was a nice little energetic start to the game.
Yep.
Palmas on the transition, he has 32 points on transition points. Just added to there, so looking good with that.
Williams still hearing the air ball chants every time he touches the ball. Probably hear it again now. Trying to drive in, little turnaround shot, just off the mark. And over the back foul from Palatine.
And I think the student section is in Williams' head. He has forced 4 shots. None of them have gone in. None of them have even rattled. They've been bricks, or obviously, as you heard from the student section, one was an air ball. So he's having trouble, and I think it's got a lot to do with his home crowd, this atmosphere.
So that is the 7th foul so far for Palatine, and that's going to put Hersey in the bonus in just the first quarter. That is a very rare thing in high school basketball.
Yes.
You'll sometimes see it in the NBA, very rarely in college. Narod's first free throw goes off the mark. He's at the line for the 2nd time tonight.
Will back's in the
Second
game.
free throw goes.
Will back in the game. I don't know when he checked in. Pretty sure it was just recently. But again, playing on the 5 for 5 from inside the 3-point line. Amazing start to the season for this kid. He's a junior right now, looking to hopefully start his senior year next year for the team with some key seniors leaving.
Greason for Narod as well. He's been a game changer as of recent.
Yep, back in at the 1 spot, checked in for Logan Luxem. So a lot of substitutions early so far, maybe trying to keep the guys fresh in the later game. Good steal there. Hand in there from Ethan Grease. Levi Leva holding the ball. Some contact there. That's going to be yet another foul from Palatine.
That will be Eli's first steal of the season, so good for him. Looking to get more stats in this game. And
And let me just point out, we mentioned keys of the game. I know it's early, but they have done an astounding job, the Huskies, of stopping Big Tony Balangai so far. They've made some runs in the paint, and the Pirates seem unwilling to pass there so far.
Free throw goes from Charlie Pontus. I just want to shout out Coach Tom Nelson, head football coach, checks into the building, coming out to watch his guys play. Always love you, Coach. Miss playing for you. It's the second free throw off the mark. Yet another missed free throw. It's only one time that we've seen both free throws go in from the line. An issue, as we foreshadowed, is Jaden Evans holding on to the ball for Palatine. Big Tony's got it now at the key. Trying to drive in. He's getting double teamed.
Wow.
Down low. That's Robbie Wilcox fighting through the contact. Good effort underneath. Draws the foul. That is the foul on Grease, his first of the game. And Wilcox's first free throw goes off the mark.
This is Dick checking in for Iliopolis at the point.
Dick is the star player that Caden talked about earlier.
Yes.
This is only his second minute, I believe. He got checked out early.
Yes.
After, I believe it was a loose ball foul.
I think so. He slipped a little. Yeah, he fell, I think, or slipped. There's some wet spots on this side of the court, seemingly for Palatine. Might be barring their progress so far.
open, Eli open outside the paint.
You could say this floor is still a little bit raw. Only the second year that the Huskies have actually been using this. This is Trotter spinning around. Thomas will put up the jump ball. Sorry, the jump shot. It goes, but had a whistle blow there.
Looks like an offensive foul. That might have been a travel on number 3, Charlie Thomas.
Possibly too much time in the paint there. Maybe a 5-second violation. Travel was the call. That's Abram Williams, who has not checked out yet. Darren Dick now trying to drive and he'll kick it out to Wilcox. Wilcox down low. Balangai put up the jumper. Elver.
And that's what he can do.
That was a great finish there.
That's what he can do. You cannot let this man get hot, and the Huskies have done a good job of putting out the fire so far, but hopefully that one doesn't start a big run against this Husky defense.
Leva now holds it at the key. Play call coming in for the Huskies now. Screen to get Beck open. Doesn't succeed. Just about half a minute to go. Will Beck to Logan Luxem. Oh, Trotter just got it off in time. 3 ball.
Dang.
Oh, that's an air ball from Ethan Grease.
Another miss for Ethan. You know,
Unfortunate. Kind of had to pop off a quick shot there as Wilcox. His 3 goes off the mark. His third 3-point attempt of the night.
Yep.
Ethan is not.
Seems like we're getting the pattern so far. Logan Luxem.
Yeah.
Time running down. Trying to dribble it out. He'll put up a 3.
No.
Try to go for the bank. No good. Tip from Trotter off the mark. So that'll do it for the first quarter. Huskies up 11-8 so far. A bit of a low-scoring affair, as we've seen in recent games, recent tight games, that is. Whereas we saw at Hoffman, the competition wasn't necessarily to the level of the Huskies, and it was a very high-scoring game. 70 points for Hersey. But in that first half, First Prospect, they did not score much. They only had 27 in the first half.
Yeah.
We'll see if something changes going into the second quarter.
But honestly, you called it a low-scoring affair, and really, I think it should be. Palatine on the Massey ratings is a top 10. They are number 10 in the state defense, all 4 classes. So obviously, I bet the Huskies knew this is going to be a low-scoring affair coming in. And they have honestly done very well. But I don't think the score reflects exactly what has happened. I think I'm pretty sure Palatine has made all of their free throws. That's half of their points. They have had 2 buckets inside as well. But Hersey's been honestly dominating possession time and rebounding.
Yeah, going off what Foster said about Hoffman, Charlie Palmer's popped off that game. He had 30 points. Looking for a good game from him this game. He's doing good so far. I don't know exactly how many points he's at, but just got to get some key factors in.
Get it started for the second quarter now. We've got Nara and Kyle Irwin back out on the floor. Nearly the starting five. We've got Will Beck still in at the 1. Charlie Thomas is going over to the half line to check in now. Irwin's got it beyond the arc. A lot of perimeter passing we've seen so far.
Yeah. This is impressive from the Huskies. Their ball movement today has been stellar.
Irwin just looking for any gap so far. Grease is open in the corner. Luxem will drive it in himself.
Wow.
And beautifully done. Drives to the cup and finishes it for 2.
That's impressive. They gave him the lane to go with lefty, and he delivered. That's an off-balance lay. Beautiful play by Luxem.
Inside Luxem is amazing. He's consistent from there. Only has a couple misses, but just looking to get up that stats.
Yep.
Palatine starting 5 is in now. It's Wilcox being defended by Beck. Balangani trying to probably drive in on Narod. That's what he's going to do. And just great job attacking the rim. Not a lot Narod could do there aside from either draw the blocking foul or try to get a hand in there. And it's so tough.
Yeah, that's very difficult.
Very skilled play there.
Yep.
Balangani will get the tip on the ball to knock it out of bounds.
Balangani making his presence known in the second quarter. A little side note about him, he is committed to the University of Illinois for football. I believe he was a 3-star defensive lineman.
Defensive end, yes.
Yeah. And he is a dominant 3-sport athlete. I believe he's in track and obviously basketball as well, playing very well right now. The Huskies have been doing well to stop the fire.
Thomas just checked in for Beck. He had the ball and passed it out to Irwin. Euro step to get in there, and it was denied by Balangani.
My goodness.
Looks like he got tripped going to the rim there.
Yeah.
Kind of lost his footing. It was a bit of an awkward shot. I wouldn't necessarily call that a block for Big Tony, but still good job by him to get the hand in.
Yeah.
Irwin's got the ball to check it in now. We'll get it up top to Grease. Nara got a mismatch right now. Logan Luxem holding it. Flip-flop for him and Irwin. Back to Luxem. Grease in his wheelhouse in the corner.
And I think it's interesting, the Huskies have not put the ball in Thomas's hands.
3 ball from Grease. And it's good. Splash from Ethan Grease. As we just mentioned, his wheelhouse is that corner, and he let it rain.
I was just about to say that Grease has had the ball way more than Thomas has had so far this game, and that could be a strategy to kind of spread the ball around, trick some of these Pirate defenders.
Williams still here in the air ball chances. He'll get the screen, drive in.
Oh.
And the blocking foul will come in on Ethan Grease's second foul of the night.
Almost had his feet set. That was a very close
Very
one.
close, yeah. Good, honestly, good call by the referee there. Could call that one either way for a blocking or a charge.
He could. This place would have blown its top if that was a charge, I'll tell you.
Yeah, with Abram Williams, as he looks to pick up his first points of the night, he hits the first free throw.
Trotter checking in for Grease. And that will be all the subs for both teams on this free throw attempt midway through the second quarter.
16-11 the score right now. About 5.5 minutes left to go here in the half. As the second free throw goes down, now down to a 4-point game. Yet to see one team really go on a run so far.
Yeah, I agree. This game has been slow-paced. It's been back and forth. It's been defensive-minded. Nothing too aggressive. I think Palatine's trying to pick up the tempo, but Hersey always slows it down, presses on the brakes every time.
Trotter starting off the season is not as hot as he was during last season. He's only made 5 from inside the 3 and only 2 from outside, but looking to hopefully pop off this game as he's open outside.
3 ball from Charlie. Oh, just off the mark. Looks like he had it from our angle. Good rebound by Tristan Trotter, though. One of the valuable guys on the team, 6-man Tristan. Had plenty of points against Hoffman and Prospect in his previous 2 games.
Long screen from Narod at the point.
Logan Luxem. Wow. It's the 3 from the corner. Yet another corner 3.
Yeah.
They seem to hit it so well from there.
Those Huskies are loving that corner. They've hit 2 consecutive threes on 2 consecutive possessions from that location. Mr. Michelin standing there. It must be magic for him.
Logan's not the best from those corner threes.
Foul there.
The only one he's attempted was from the right side, but he missed that one during the season. But from outside the corner, he's pretty decent from three. So just adding that to the stats to look better for college coaches.
Irwin picks up the foul, his first personal foul of the night. Remember, the Huskies are still in the bonus.
He could have dished it to Tony Bellingai and I think that would have been easy.
Williams trying to drive in on Trotter. Brady May. Bellingai trying to drive in on Narrat. Puts the shoulder down. Trying to get a shot off. Wow! Beautiful defense there from Narrat. Now here comes Thomas quickly up the court. Looks like they're going to call Thomas for yet another travel. Great work on defense by Jake Nara at the other end, though.
Yeah, this Huskies
good job to deny him the points, and getting points there on that layup from Thomas would have been huge, but unfortunately they're going to call another travel.
This Orange Crush doesn't agree with the call, and I'm not sure if I do either. It's a hard angle from here, but it looked like there was some contact, not necessarily.
Yeah, tough call from up here.
Yeah,
but it was definitely close.
All these refs have had some tough calls to make so far.
Brady May gets it to Balangani. Flip-flop with him, trying to get the screen. It's Wilcox, hit another three, and that was not close.
Yeah.
Trotter will reset. Irwin, they're waiting for Narrat to come back.
Yeah, and I say,
Luxon just settling down outside the arc.
If there's something the Pirates need to do at the half, it's work on shooting.
Quick layup from Narrat goes, and we're up to a 9-point lead, and now Palatine's going to take their first time out. So momentum, as we said.
Yeah, that is a big play. I believe we're on a 5-0 run, about 7-2 or 8-2 right now.
You know, Irwin getting another assist. That's we lead for Trotter leads assists for the team, but always good to add some more stats to Irwin's playhouse to just look better. And some other stats that the team leads in. Thomas leading deflections, but he's also but Luxon is amazing for defense. He has 8 on here. It says 18 deflections, 18 steals from this kid.
Yeah. 30-second timeout done. Foster, what do you think Widlowski is telling his team right now?
Probably just to keep the energy up. And now, probably stay disciplined. You don't really want to draw fouls because the more points, the singular points that Palatine picks up, kind of the harder it is to maintain that momentum.
Yeah.
Williams is going to put up a jumper. That one's off the mark. Oh, the rebound gets tipped. Big block. Oh, but it falls back to Wilcox, and he'll finish it off. Another big block from Jake Narrat, getting the hand up in there.
Big block for momentum.
6'5".
Yes.
Narrat is. Double team there on Irwin. Now kind of settling down a little bit.
Yep. Don't need to take it fast if you're the Huskies.
Logan's in his playhouse. That's his favorite shot.
Thomas from way downtown off the mark.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you had so much time to move the ball
around. Here comes Balangani up the floor.
Yeah.
Got the early jump on Thomas after the fake, and he'll finish it for 2. So 4 consecutive points.
Yeah, I know Thomas loves to shoot the 3, but I think you could have taken a little time more because Palatine came back and they just capitalized, and now it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, a little bit of, I'd call those like unlucky breaks. You know, Balangani was kind of cheating his way up the floor, and the other one, just an unlucky bounce. But really now you do need points. Maybe a 3-ball would be good from here, but really only if you're open enough.
Yeah, what Ken was saying, Thomas loves to shoot the threes, 52% from there, leading the team. Just pretty good shooter from there. Some other key factors. There's actually 3 tied for second with Trotter back in Trotter.
We've got Thomas now up at the key. Irwin trying to drive in. Trotter outside. Oh, a little miscommunication there.
Oh, no.
Here comes Williams trying to drive in, and he'll get the finish. So now Hersey will call a timeout. Not a very good couple possessions after that timeout. Miscommunication. Logan Luxon was coming behind Thomas to get the ball pass, and Thomas is sitting there waiting for it. They both hit the ball, and it fell into Abram Williams' hands, who now has 6 points on the day. Yeah,
that was a dangerous couple minutes for the Huskies, but the Pirates just capitalized there. I think Williams getting that finally off his chest. I mean, now after that shot, he's 1 for 7. So he obviously hasn't had the hottest start, but once you get going, you can really get going.
Of course, yeah.
And now Foster, couple minutes later, now what do you think Widlowski's telling his team?
Now what I think he's telling them is, now we really got to attack the rim. I feel like it was just a little too patient there. There were definitely chances, and there's a lot of movement on the baseline that has been missed. We've seen it from Grease, and we just saw it there from Trotter, who was wide open right underneath the cup, and unfortunately Luxem didn't get him. But now maybe a chance to get that back. He's got some fresh legs on the floor. Eli Leva looking to check it in. He comes in for Kyle Irwin, who gets the sip.
Yep.
And right now, you do want points immediately. You want points fast because you do not want the momentum starting to flip towards Palatine's hand right before half.
But I still think you can take it a little slow. As long as you find that open look and you don't turn it over, I don't think there's any point in forcing anything. Just look for your shot and take it.
All right, with the quick jumper off the mark, short. He gets his own rebound and finishes. Beautifully done.
Great play right there. He's really working Tony B in the paint. This is a tighter matchup than we expected, honestly. I think Narat's actually winning right now.
Free ball from Dick. No good. Palatine will get the rebound off the deflection, and the and one goes. That's the second time we've seen something like that.
And that's so frustrating if you're Hersey. Just hands in the air, waving around and knocking the ball wherever it is. Just happens to end up with, I believe that is May under the basket, lay-in and the and one.
Yeah, when you see those three-pointers that take such a high bounce off a miss, it is so hard to get a clean rebound.
Yeah.
And that's just, like, I've seen every bounce go to Palatine's way so far as Brady May picks up the free throw off the and one.
Yeah.
Big play there for Palatine.
I mean, this is not the best stat to point on, but Luxem is not the best person to be fouling because he is 11 on the season. Just gotta lock in for that because fouls always aren't the best on the stats and just can always lose the game with fouls.
Yep. Yeah, I just want to point out in this quarter, obviously first
about
quarter.
A minute left, by the way.
Yeah, first quarter, Palatine, a lot of fouls early. They have had none in the
Down low, Norat's open, a lot of contact, and there's a foul. Probably should have been a foul called. It looks like there was contact on the wrist from Tony Balangani when Norat initially went up for, I believe he was going to dunk it, but it's still a little bit of good defense there from Big Tony.
Yeah, once again a tough angle, but what did we expect with the physicality in the paint from these Pirates?
They did get one back, though. Palmas went up for the rebound, got the ball, and got fouled. He's at the free throw line, shooting two now. First one takes a rough bounce and unfortunately misses. That's the 6th missed free throw so far, and if you make those, you're up by 8. And if you make most of the free throws we've had so far, during that timeout, we're probably up about a dozen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Palmas offensive rebound masterclass. He has 12 on the season going into this game. He's second behind Trotter, who has 14. But always good to get those rebounds to get second chance points.
Yep, and also that foul on Williams, I believe. The first foul for the Pirates in 10 whole in-game minutes.
Yeah,
Palmas foul of the night, though.
Yeah, Palmas leads on those second chance points with 18 on the season. The guy behind him is Logan Luxem with 8.
Wilcox outside, just over half a minute to go, driving in, try to put up a wobbly shot, gets it. Luxem will get the rebound. Now fast break coming up the floor. Palmas trying to drive in, gets the contact, and finishes on the end.
Oh my goodness!
They just called a charge. That is
that's a robbery! Are you serious? His feet moving.
Were not planted.
Goodness.
That is an unbelievable call. I hate to be the one to have to call a disagreement or or make an appeal to referee.
Widlowski is absolutely fuming on the sideline. He has every right to be. Everyone and their mother saw that. His feet was moving, in our opinion. There's been a lot of physical close calls today, but
really rough call because we
one.
needed those points going into half. And now Palatine's probably going to look for a 3. They get it outside to Brady May. 16 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, Logan on those defensive rebounds, he leads the.
Darren Dick at the key, defended by Alevo. 5 seconds left.
Need something.
Put up a shot.
That's a great play.
Tipped.
That's a great play.
Probably a quick shot or maybe just a time-wasting play coming up here from Palatine. 2.1 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, they need to put up something quick.
I'm wondering if they're going to look to try and tie it going into the half.
And I bet they will. They got nothing to lose. 2 seconds right here.
Dick outside. May. The 3-ball goes. The buzzer beater before halftime is going to send this game.
Wow.
24 all. Hersey Huskies, ranked number 2 in the state, number 17 Palatine Pirates. We are going to send you to halftime.
Yep.
And we will hopefully pick up right where we left off and have a better second half. What do you think needs to happen?
I mean, honestly, Hersey was playing so well for the first 12 minutes of this game. And then fouls, momentum. I think just Palatine found their groove, and they've let the Huskies have it for these past 4 minutes. This score was 21-14, 16. Now we're knotted at 24. Palatine has been on a run. It could be a 10-3 run. This is going to be difficult to come back from this, but halftime, full reset. Widlow and his team will come back out. Just play your game. If you're
All right, so that's going to be it for the first half. We will see you at the second half. All right, so we are just getting ready to start our second half coverage.
Yep.
24-24 the score. Right now, leading scorers for Hersey are Narat and Pomus, per usual.
Yes.
Leading scorers for Palatine, we've got Big Tony Valangani, and as well as Robbie Wilcox, who has not put up too many points this year, and Brady May. So we talked about Darren Dick earlier. He was a threat from beyond the arc. He really hasn't posed much of a threat so far. He's the only member of the starting five without any points for Palatine. So what we need going into the second half, Caden's going to deliver that for us.
Yeah, and just before I start that, quick little apology to the folks at home. It's Belunganai, I believe. Belunganai? I'm pretty sure. So sorry if we've been mispronouncing that.
Yeah. We apologize.
Yeah.
We're not good with this.
Just went down there to double check. But anyway, all knotted up. It's a whole new half. I mean, game comes down to this half. It's basically 0-0 if you're Widlowski and you're thinking about it. This game, it's very high stakes. You know everyone's going to be loud for the second half. You know both sides are going to be loud. You know you're going to have pressure from Palatine. You know you're going to have support from the Orange Crush. This is high pressure. This is the biggest half of this season for the Huskies. I think Widlowski just told them to come out there and lock them down.
I feel like we need that marquee moment right now to kind of get the
agree.
crowd going wild and to kind of flip the momentum. Because as soon as we get one of those plays, I feel like there's no one stopping us.
Agreed.
Darren Dick's going to be carrying it up the floor now for Palatine. They started with the ball. It's Brady May now being defended by Grease. Belunganai, as we just mentioned, change of pronunciation his last name. He's going to go under the cup and finish it.
Wow.
Well done underneath. Yeah. Not much Nara could do there.
Belunganai in the double digits early in the third quarter. And I think he's going to take advantage of a tired Hersey paint right now. Jake Narat laboring. He's played a lot of minutes so far.
Downloaded Grease, a little miscommunication.
Wow.
The tip from Pomus nearly goes.
And they're going to call it goaltending, I believe.
Goaltending on the offense.
Yeah. They're going to talk it over. Widlowski, 10 feet on the court. He is not happy.
Very interesting call here.
Yeah.
It is going to be Hersey ball. It might have been a loose ball. Might have been a foul on the floor while the ball was in the air.
I believe it was goaltending and they called it off. Now
Well, no, I don't think anyone from Palatine went up. Still good effort, though, by Ethan Grease to get the ball. Or sorry, to make an effort to he almost put that in from such a weird angle underneath the basket. As Irwin's going to inbound it. Already got hands on knees for Hersey so far. They are on the other end of the court coming toward us.
Oh,
Narat
running out of time. Got to dish it out.
It's going to be Pomus now outside with Luxem.
The P-Town bench getting loud for their defense.
Trying to draw something up. Luxem holding on to it, trying to look for anybody open. Still near the top at the logo. Logan Luxem out to Kyle Irwin. Luxem to Pomus. Still it's Luxem at the top. Back to Irwin. Trying to just find anything right now.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be a little more movement if we're really trying to get something going. Narat trying to drive in. Looked for the jump shot. Didn't pull up and take it though. Reset. Maybe a screen, pick and roll possibly coming.
Lengthy possession for the Huskies.
Not really much of a pick and roll offense we are.
Yeah.
Luxem will pull up for three. Off the mark. Getting the rebound is Irwin. Driving in. Try to get the layup and it didn't go. Palatine with the rebound.
Yeah, this Husky team has not played good this season when they are down because they really haven't been down. They're not used to this pressure. Palatine, this is a big start to momentum to gain even a lead in this game. Now Hersey's playing behind. They need to make a change and they need to make it fast.
For the first time in the game, by the way. 26-24 the score.
Yes.
Darren Dick trying to get a turnaround shot. Kicks it out, and now it's Abram Williams for Palatine. Stops. And it's Big Tony for three. That one's off the mark. Not often you see a big man take a three.
Yeah, that's surprising. He is a man Jackson trade.
Driving. Pass got deflected before it eventually reached Grease. Now it's Luxem again at the top. All right, pull up for a jumper. That one's off the mark. Try to go in for the rebound. Irwin couldn't get there. Here comes Palatine. Off-man advantage. Darren Dick from 3. No good. They'll get the back off the mark. But then Brady Mays there to pick it up. Poor rebounding there. No one's under the glass for Hersey there.
Timeout, good timeout from Whitlow. This Husky defense just looks tired. Even on offense, they're not moving as much. This is a brand new Husky team that we've seen in the second half. The first half, they were running around. They were physical. They were smart. And now they're just, something's going wrong right now. They're just not playing good without the lead. And a little more information about this game. This game was decided upon by both teams to be the championship to the Ed Molitor Thanksgiving Classic that was snowed out over Thanksgiving. So, award ceremony will be after this game, but the winner will be pronounced Thanksgiving Tournament champions for 2025.
Yeah, really so much on the line for this game. This really will decide who ends up going to the MSL Championship, I believe.
I think it will.
It is up for grabs between these two teams and Frem. Obviously, when Hersey plays Frem, it's going to be an interesting watch. But it really, like the change in conferences and seeing the new teams and being able to play Palatine and Fremd every single year, and even Hoffman, which is still a good team, but even Hersey blew them out. But it's still, it's different with what we're seeing, and you know, there's so much on the line with every single game now.
There is. And
really, like, if we want to turn it around, now's the time, because the third quarter is probably the most important quarter in all of basketball, unless you're in college, of course. Only halves in that one. Kind of just slowing down the pace so far. I feel like we do need something a little more up-tempo.
Yeah, that first possession from the Huskies, I think, was
took way too long.
Over a minute at least, probably a minute and a half.
We didn't get any points from it.
Yeah, at least they're dominating the possession clock.
Walks him a pull up from 3. Off the mark. Grease is there for the rebound. Good offensive rebound. Good putback.
Ethan Grease has played out of his mind recently. He has been a game changer. He was labeled as the 6th or 7th man coming into this season, and he has been playing extremely well down the stretch.
Off the mark there from Big Tony.
Rebound from Thomas. He's one of the leading rebounders for the team, and just looking good with.
Now it's Grease from his wheelhouse. Bang! Ethan Grease with 5 consecutive points. That's his 8th of the night.
Don't let EG get hot. He gets 5 points to start off this third quarter. The Huskies take another lead.
That timeout was so important, as we mentioned, and now it has worked so far. As the defense has picked it back up. So much tight D. Trying to go down low to Belunganai. Rebound goes to Hersey on the deflection, and that is exactly what you need. Crowd's starting to get into it now.
Doing a dance move up at the elbow.
All right, over to Palmas. Everyone outside the arc right now. Palmas driving in, trying to get it off the glass.
That is a no call.
A lot of contact on that one.
And they might call a technical. I think they just teed up Widlowski.
That is unbelievable. I really do not appreciate the calls so far.
I've never seen that before. They did not tee him up.
And now Irwin gets the steal. Take it right back. And they have to call a charge.
That is unreal.
I feel like that was probably the right call there.
Irwin's 4th and 5th steal on the season. He's looking good so far with those steals.
The feet were planted that time from, I believe it was 15 Brady May. I do agree with that call. I do not agree with the technical, though. I don't think there was anything Widlowski could have said. Super severe. Obviously, we don't know from up here, but knowing who Whitlow is as a coach, I feel like he wouldn't really say anything that is worthy of a technical.
Yeah, and he looks a little passive on the sidelines right now.
And a foul coming in from Palatine. It's going to be a blocking foul there. That was, I believe, on Ethan Grease.
And that was almost a travel. I think if there was no contact there, I think they would have likely whistled that off. But he draws the foul. Williams, a chance to take the lead.
Again. 3rd foul for Grease so far. Likely, I'd imagine they take him off the floor now.
And kudos to him. He's been aggressive on all sides of the ball. But now your foul count's starting to rack up. Now you're reaching dangerous levels coming into the 4th quarter.
Abram Williams, his second free throw goes. He's kind of turned it up since early air ball. He's got 6 now on the night. It is a back and forth tight game. Only 1 point game so far. 29-30 as we get just over 3 minutes left to go. Thomas underneath the rim. Wow. He's going to draw the foul now. There was a hand as he went up.
But I really don't think that was a bad foul for the Pirates.
No, it wasn't. When you have 2 guys in there and you have a guy driving in like that, not much you can do. I mean, honestly, it might be kind of smart right now with how the Huskies have been shooting from the line. That foul's going to be called on Belunganai.
Yeah, I think that's Belunganai's second. So he's nearing foul trouble, but still a far distance away. I think the Pirates are in a good spot foul-wise. They've spread the wealth in fouls. They've also spread the wealth in points, which we have seen throughout their season. They have an impressive offense to couple with their defense.
Second free throw, just short.
Thomas is pretty good from the free throw line.
Yeah.
Only missed a couple, like 1 or 2 or 3 on the season so far, hoping to get those stats up.
30-30 knotted up right now. It's Williams being defended by Thomas, out to Dick. Now it's Belunganai taking the short jumper. Good draw, the contact there from that was Eli Leva. That tip is going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Palatine ball. Do you wonder if Darren Dick is perhaps related to Grady Dick, NBA player, KU legend?
Yeah, so...
Do we happen to know that or no?
So I'm guessing not, but I was thinking about that. I got my lunch. I was in the lunch line today, and they're going to flip the call. It's going to be Hersey ball. Some discussion from the referee, and they're going to turn it right around. When I was sitting in the lunch line today, I got my bowl of pasta, and I got the roster too from the athletic director's office, and I was thinking, are they related?
No, they're not. I think Grady Dick is from Wichita, Kansas. Perhaps cousins. We would never know, and it looks like they just teed up Palatine's coach. So, come one, come all. Any coach that wants to get a technical foul, right here, this refereeing crew is the ones to get it.
This is getting chippy. And sorry, we made a mistake. That isn't going to be a technical. I'm not sure what they call.
Is that not a technical?
No. It's,
well, he pointed at the coach, and now the coach is having words.
I'm not really sure, though. Was that a flagrant? You can't be on a coach. I'm not sure.
It's Thomas driving in. And that was had some style on the finish there, but couldn't get it to go.
These boys are giving it their all with 2 minutes left in the third. This is going to be an exciting, thrilling finish.
All defense so far. Belunganai driving in. And Jake Nara, incredible defense there.
Incredible. He is
not forcing any contact, keeping his hands steady and still letting the contact come to him.
Yep.
And he forces Belunganai to take an errant shot.
Yes.
Williams pulling up on the fadeaway. Good attempt, but now he's going to get the rebound. It falls back into his arms. That shot missed off the side of the glass.
Yeah.
And now all the way at the other end of the floor, Nara kicks it out. Leva, Trotter wanted to pull up from 3. Now it's Leva. Gets the fake.
Good fake.
Outside, Thomas wide open from 3. No good. Huskies are going to get the rebound. Energy so far. I like what Leva's bringing so far after the early mistake.
Kid's all over.
Tip there from Darren Dick. Lands in the lap of Kai Peterson on the bench.
I believe it will be Leva to take the inbound, or
Nara checks out, and I believe who just checked in? That was Ethan Grease, who will be inbounding it now.
Yes, sorry about that. But yeah, Leva's just been a playmaker. I think he's had a possible assist, then he had a rebound.
Quick speed so far from him, too.
Yeah, he's been very impressive.
Down low, Grease, quick jumper. Thomas there for the putback.
That's big.
Also there from Charlie Thomas, got immediately down to the rim. Palatine did not attack for the rebound. Thomas did. That's just what separates you from good and bad, or not good and bad from, good and greater.
Yes.
Charlie Thomas, one of the better basketball players we've seen in Hersey history. That is 100%. Should be a charge, and they're not going to call that one. See, now, if you're going to call this charge in the first half at this end, that one should have been called.
Yeah, and I wish we had instant replay, because I think that was a charge, but I also think he moved his pivot foot and then continued to fall over.
I believe Palatine might be in the bonus now after that call.
Possible.
The blocking foul came in from Tristan Trotter.
Yeah.
Belonganai now at the free throw line. He's hit both of his so far. And his goes. He's got 11 points so far.
Yeah.
Seen a lot of dispersed scoring from Palatine. Many guys have over 5 points so far, whereas we've got leading scorers from Hersey, Ethan Grease, Jake Nora, and Charlie Palmas leading the way so far.
Yeah, and it's what these Pirates do. I think Belonganai. I think he had 18.
Off the mark, Palatine, or Hersey gets the rebound.
I think he had 18 last game. Williams had 14, and Dick had 14. They love to spread the wealth.
That is really that is what you want from a good program. But they don't take their starters out as much as Hersey does.
That's true.
Get 8 different guys out on the court. There's a steal there coming in. That was number 3 as Williams is going to go up.
Wow.
Going to get a charge. So there we go. There's the call. Alex Iliopoulos, number 3 from Palatine, got the steal. Coming down to the other end was Abram Williams, and he's going to pick up a charge. That is his 3rd foul of the game, so maybe he's getting close to foul trouble. Is it 5 fouls when you foul out in high school?
It is 5.
So he is in trouble a little bit.
A little bit, yes. And you mentioned earlier they don't like to take out their starters. Williams still in the game. I mean, even if he gets 4.
I actually don't think he's been subbed out yet.
Yeah, I can attest to that. He's
Good
been
stamina, really.
Yeah, it's impressive.
45 seconds, getting down to 40 left in the 3rd quarter. Palmas
Pump fake.
sends it back to Logan Luxon. Will Beck checking in on the floor now. He checked in for Eli Leva. Or sorry, that was Ethan Grease he checked in for. Luxon communicating with Narat. Can definitely tell there's a lot of, as Narat went out for the screen. Don't see those that much. A lot of zone defense from Palatine so far. They don't really play as much man as the Huskies do. It's Luxon maybe trying to look to put up a late shot in the quarter. Trotter's open downtown. Off the mark. Put it up. Palmas. And that one got denied by Belonganai. So it is tight going into the 4th, and we have quite a 4th quarter forthcoming.
Wow.
It is 32-31. The Huskies did regain the lead. It's still low scoring. Only 8 points from Hersey in that quarter.
Yes.
And 7 from Palatine. And Palatine really got it going early, but I feel like the last 4 minutes were kind of controlled by the Huskies. I feel like one of the stories so far is really, I don't want to say the officiating's poor, but there's definitely some, the officiating's been critical so far. It's been playing a big impact. And it's really, it is impactful.
Yes.
And there have been some really controversial calls. Obviously, we can't see it from our angle, but from what we've noticed so far,
yes.
It looks like some calls are going more towards Palatine's favor, but, the later tech call, or what we believe to be the tech call in Palatine, kind of even things up. So, a little bit of bounce, the calls a little bit later on, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you mentioned the officiating being somewhat questionable, but I believe it's just contributed to this amazing atmosphere. Isn't this just, Meek, isn't this just an amazing game to be at? Orange Crush,
I like
Pirate Faithful out. This is,
the
like
Orange
this a lot.
Crush is leading with, especially starting this game. They were in everyone's head like they were in the GBS game. Amazing atmosphere from our guys.
Yeah, and obviously it's a defensive battle. I mean, you want fireworks, but just kudos to both these teams. This is a great game to watch.
I like this gym. I feel like this gym is really underappreciated. Obviously, us three, we talk about some of the best gyms. There's a 3 from May. That's going to be off the mark. Belonganai on the rebound. He's going to get it to go.
Too filthy.
But underappreciated gym we have here. I feel like I like this a lot more than other people think. Obviously, it is a bit of an older gym, the Ken Carter Gymnasium. I am curious where we got the name Ken Carter from, because obviously that is a very famous high school basketball coach out in Richmond, California. As Narat trying to drive in on the mismatch. Couldn't get it to fall.
I believe Carter was our first principal, if I remember correctly. Only critique about this gym is they got rid of the Husky mural down here at the north.
That was so
end
beautiful.
Of the
I love that mural a lot.
Yes. Really nice.
Might be a little too young to remember that.
A little bit.
I have seen some photos, and I do remember some games here.
They're going to call a foul on the floor. That was Narat providing contact on Belonganai. Kyle Carlson coming in late to the student section wearing the wrong color, purple. He does have the orange Clemson Tiger logo on there, so I'll give him 2% credit on that.
I mean, if that. That's an embarrassment. Kick him out of the front row.
Yeah, seriously.
At least he, I believe. Oh, also, he has a big matchup on the JJ's Boys Instagram page. You see that?
Yeah.
I believe he plays Trent Eckel.
Wow. Wow, that is a big first round
Take your
matchup.
picks.
Belong and I trying to drive in. Good defense from Nora, but still, Belong and I is able to get more points. 15 so far.
His moves are
Player of the game in my
filthy
my
in the
opinion.
paint. How do you stop that?
Yeah. Being able to beat of that stature, looks to be about 6'5", maybe I'd assume.
Yes, he's
220, 230, and he's moving like that. He's
Yeah.
moving like a linebacker, man. I
220.
like
This is going to surprise you. He's listed at 280
What?
on the roster sheet. Absolute monster.
I mean, you have to be that weight if you're going to want to go play Division I football.
That's true.
As Luxem will put up a quick three. Downtown, no good. Nora trying to get the rebound, could not.
They need to stop. Huskies need to stop, and they need it fast.
New guy out on the floor for Palatine. That's Jaden Evans. Darren Dick on the outside. Belonganai up top. Sets a screen. Good steal. Luxem up at the other end of the floor. On a fast break. And it was Jaden Evans who came in and got a hand in there. Good play on defense. Pass was just a little bit behind Luxem there. I feel like there was just a little bit of hesitation. He got up the floor really early, and there wasn't as much time for the pass to be made. Good steal, though, from Luxem.
Yeah, we're seeing Evans check into the game. This is the first. Obviously, they've stuck with their starting 5 and sometimes 6. I believe they have Belunganai, they have Dick, they have May, Williams, Wilcox we've seen as well, Iliopoulos too. And this is the first time we've ever seen really a 7th man check in for the Pirates today.
Yeah. Luxem at the logo now. Being defended by Williams. Wonder if the Huskies will probably look for a 3-ball here. One's going to be tipped out of bounds.
Yeah. I don't know what you do if you're the Huskies right here. You could drive in, face Belunganai, and you could try to put up something in the paint. But a 3-ball, that would light this place up. That would swing all momentum. That would be huge, huge. Let's see what they do.
Irwin outside. To Luxem.
Luxem loves the outside.
Irwin's going to take the 3. Downtown, off the mark. Irwin on defense against Darren Dick. They're going to kick it out to Wilcox. Their big 3 hot hand. Down low, Belunganai.
Oh, he fell.
Simpson falls. That might be a travel.
No.
Disagree with the call.
I don't think his knee touched. I don't think he officially fell down. And he was still on his pivot foot, so I think that's a decent call.
Maintain control of the basketball.
I believe he
back
did.
into his hands legally, though. He had a knee and both hands down on the ball. As now Palatine gets out to their biggest lead of the night. They're up 37-32. Hersey has not scored in this quarter so far. So it's almost the same thing we saw last quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, Katie, you were at that GBS game with me, first game of the season of the tournament. Were we down at all in that game? I think we were a couple points, but were we down in this situation basically, or were we up then?
I believe we were. I believe it was a battle in the first 4 minutes, and then I think the Huskies pulled away, and they haven't faced this. As I said earlier, they haven't faced this situation this entire season. This is why this game is so massive. Not just because it's a Thanksgiving tournament, not just because it's the MSL, but this is a test. This is a test for the Huskies to really show that they have what it takes to stay hot under pressure and to take the crown against a big foe. Not just in the MSL, not just in the region, but in the entire state.
In the tournament, you got that tournament on the line too.
Yes, you do.
There's so much implications in this game.
Yes, so much.
I do feel like, I can't remember what I was going to say. Meek, you go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Hersey won this tournament last year. I don't know if it was against Palatine or not, but looking to defend this title for our Huskies in our home gym.
I believe this might be the biggest deficit they faced all season, and which is surprising to me.
Yeah, it's very possible to be so.
Luxem let the ball dribble a little bit before fielding it. You got to really, every second counts at this point. You want to really lengthen the game. There's now some movement coming in. Irwin just missed a 3 earlier. He's got 2 so far. He's going to get it down low, underneath to Narok. Good finish underneath from Jake Narok.
Yeah, that was necessary. That was very necessary. You needed a big score there.
And he's got double digits, 10 on the night for Narra.
There we
Nara
go.
loves that inside paint.
Leading scorer for the third game in a row.
Yeah, Nara loves that.
And a big block.
As I was saying earlier before I got interrupted.
And some energy. Narra gets a hand there to swipe it away from Belunganai. Huge matchup down low. Belunganai and Narra all day.
Oh yeah, Belunganai backing down Narra.
And he's going to draw the foul. Narra disagrees with the call.
Oh. And if you're Hersey right now, you just got to stop the bleeding because, you cannot be dying a slow death like this. You cannot keep giving them inside paint. They need to stop Belunganai. They need to do whatever they were doing in that first quarter.
He's
shut
had
them
the
down.
ball, I think 50% of the time. And
Oh,
every
at
time he
least.
gets it, he's looking to drive in and score. And he has done that. And he's on pace for about 20 if he makes both these free throws. First free throw is off the mark. That is huge.
Yeah, big
That
miss.
keeps it one possession.
Big miss.
Obviously, he still has another one.
That's a big miss. Meek, if you're Widlowski, what are you telling your guys right now?
Just everything. I mean, I've coached Wlowski as my study hall teacher, but he's just a great coach. He's probably telling them to lock in. I mean, we've never seen this deficit by the team, so just looking to face the deficit with all our might.
Second shot from the line is good. It's a 4-point game. Luxem switches it back up. Narra to Grease.
Grease is hot. Grease is still hot.
Heavy pressure on defense from Palatine now as Narra pull up downtown. Off the mark. It rimmed in and out. Unfortunate.
No. That is, oh my gosh. That goes in. This place blows its top, and we have a 1-point game. So frustrating if you're a Husky fan. Oh, careful on the reach.
Belunganai. That
that's a
one
big
rimmed
miss.
in and out. Because now here comes Palmas quickly up the floor. Grease down low.
Oh no.
And a travel.
That was a travel, yeah.
Oh, big mistake there. We really needed points on that fast break, and we couldn't get anything. 3.5 minutes to go. It's crunch time now. Palatine's probably going to use every second they can, and you really don't want to let up points here because then you're going to have to start fouling soon enough.
And I think this Orange
Wilcox
Crush,
open outside.
Orange Crush needs to get a little bit louder on defense now. They were loud during the whole prospect game when we had the lead. Now we're in the deficit. Now they get quiet.
Abram Williams, that was a beautiful finish.
That's beautiful.
I mean, it's hard to defend that. I mean, no matter who you're playing against, that's always a tough
Need
play.
points now. Luxem to Narra. Grease from the corner. Bang! Huge three to cut the lead down.
This dude is electric. 11 points. He leads the team.
points. And yet another corner three from Ethan Grease. As a foul is going to come in from Irwin on the floor.
Not a bad foul.
You kind of slow things down.
Yeah.
You don't really let Palatine score right away, but now they're going to get a little more time to bleed off some clock. And that was a huge three from Ethan Grease.
And for the amount of fouls we've had today, nobody's really in that deep of foul trouble. Nobody has 4 in the entire game. That's incredibly surprising. Leyva checks in for Irwin.
It's Balangani at the top. Belunganai. Try to go up top, and that's going to be an errant pass. And now that was huge.
That is big for
Bad
momentum.
pass there from, I believe it was Wilcox, over the head of Belunganai. And now you really need points.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen,
2 will work here.
Ladies and gentlemen, you guys are about to watch the biggest possession of the game, possibly
right now.
of this season. And it's happening right now. 2 minutes to go in the
Need
fourth.
movement. Logan Luxem calling for it. Palmas down into the corner. They've got Leyva out on the floor now instead of Irwin. 3-ball from Luxem. Off the mark, no good. Can't get the rebound. No foul there.
Tie up there.
As Grease was looking for the foul. 1.5 minutes to go. Wilcox open from 3. No good. Belunganai's going to get the rebound. Big rebound for Palatine. He's going to go down low and finish it. Now you got to go for Hersey. 5 3-point lead for Palatine. A minute and a half left. You got to go down and score. We have seen bigger comebacks before, but there is no shot clock in high school basketball. This is not looking good right now.
Yeah, Wilcox uncorked that from the IHSA logo, like 15 feet behind the elbow. That was a monster shot.
That was a really big three. That was way downtown.
So, okay,
yeah, that took a lucky bounce right to.
if you're Wadowski, who are you putting in this game at this moment?
Gotta have the starting five.
That is a very great question. I would say Leyva. He has a lot of energy. I say you keep Hamas and Luxem in, even though they've been stymied all game. Greece is hot as well, and I just think you keep Narat right now and under the center. He's been able to stop Belunganai earlier this game. Obviously, not of recent, but if he just channels that energy for the last minute 34, and I think he can help the Huskies come back in this game. And right now, if you're the Huskies, you need to score. You need to avoid intentional fouls as much as possible coming into this final stretch.
Shout out to the cheer team trying to get the crowd a little bit hype. They just did the EIEIO chant.
This Orange Crush.
Not really a good response from the Orange Crush. Got to get a little more loud.
They need to be loud. This is
the time.
Yeah, this is a little bit depressing. They need to be a lot louder right now. But I just think, I don't know. They've lost a little bit of their energy from that before. Obviously, a long day, long game, Friday night, little antsy. But they need to get loud.
Palatine student section getting loud now.
Yeah,
it's got to be now. We got to go score points. Palmas on the outside. Palmas from three, way downtown. Oh, good. But getting his own rebound off the deflection. Outside now, it's Luxem. Just over a minute to go now. It's crunch time. You got to go now. You got to get points. Palmas trying to drive in. Spin move. Beautifully on the top. What a finish. And now it's a minute to go. And for Hersey, you got to force a turnover. Are we going to foul here? No, you can't. Actually, you can't foul. It's a 3-point game. You got to force them to make an errant pass. You got to force them to miss a shot. And then you need a three. And the three here is got to be open, and it's got to be good.
They're not going to pass the one
light this place up.
They're just going to pass around the perimeter right now, try to waste a little clock, and there's a foul from Hamas.
Now, you got to hope they miss a foul, and then you got to hope they miss the free throws, and you got a three ball is needed now. Huge finish there by Charlie Palmas' spin move. He can really perform when it matters most. He's got 11 on the night.
That's his X factor. I mean, that's his game breaker. Just come right down the lane, move around to maneuver, and lay at the rim. 3-point game.
Hersey's going to call a timeout now. Just one left with 43.4 left.
Yeah.
It's now or never.
Yeah, and just another side note, Millstone, Wadowski, they are big rivals. Wadowski previously coached at Fremd for a number of years. Millstone, longtime coach at Palatine for their boys basketball program. There's rivalry, there's hatred. I can see this being a big matchup, garnering big crowds for years to come between these two schools.
I mean, who knows with this new MSL? Who knows if we're playing them for years to years to come?
We've got 4 more years of this, and I believe these are two of the top teams in each division. Going for years to come. So I could see it going for another 5 after that.
Yeah, who knows? Because we got us, Palatine, Fremd, and a bunch of other schools that are top of their league in basketball.
All right, if you're May, what do you do right here? I don't think you get it to Belunganai because he can't really do anything other than sit in the paint. I think you just pass around the perimeter. If somebody gets open, he goes to Belunganai.
There was contact from Nora. Are they going to call the foul? No, they are not. That is unbelievable. I do kind of disagree with the call there. A lot of contact, but it's Hersey ball. Here we go.
Yes, that's a wasted opportunity.
And they did not. No seconds came off the clock because not a single Palatine guy touched the ball. Wow. Here we go. 40 seconds left now. It's Palmas bringing it up the floor.
Here we go. This is crunch time. Hersey faithful.
Palmas from way down. Charlie Palmas way downtown. The three is good. This place is alive. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, Superman. When it matters most, Charlie Palmas prevails. Here we go. Gotta play defense now. 17 left to go. Palatine's gonna call a timeout. Oh my God! Charlie Palmas, the savior of this program. Are you incredible?
I mean, we know Palmas is amazing 3, but even from that range, no matter how good you are, that is still a hard shot to go.
From the logo. That was one of the best shots I think I've seen live. It takes every bone in your body to hit that shot from the logo. With 30 seconds to go, you have another possession. You have more time to do whatever you want, but no! He hits that shot.
We've got
Light it up or it's crushed.
16 seconds left. Huge possession coming here on defense. You've got to lock up the perimeter. You've got to get down inside. The best thing you can do here is to defend Belong and I. Norwood needs to play the best defense of the season if we want to send this thing to overtime, force a turnover, and maybe there's a chance to win the game here. There's still enough time. If Palatine takes a bad shot, we could see buzzer beater 2.0.
Wow, 16 seconds. Thank God for a great day and for a great game of basketball. I just want to repeat, Thomas hit that shot for a buzzer beater against
On
Hawkins
the
State
ear of the
last
Husky.
year.
Of the ear of the Husky.
Yes.
This is incredible. This
Here we
place is
go.
alive.
They're getting
Bleachers
loud.
are shaking. Orange Crush jumping up and down. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is basketball.
Yeah, stat-wise for me, Thomas is amazing from that logo.
Yep. Yes, he is. 16
He
seconds.
is one of the best way deep shooters as Darren Dick is going to take it now.
To live or to die.
14 seconds. Here we go. Abram Williams has got it now.
Williams is
Trying to drive in. Force the charge. Absolutely. Call the charge. And there's 7.7 seconds left. Hersey's going to get the ball. Huge draw of the charge. Huge draw.
Thomas was one of his first charges of the season, which is amazing.
Oh my
Timeout, Palatine. Absolutely massive possession coming up. Hersey's got the ball back. This is a total comeback, the likes of which we've never seen. With a minute and a half to go, with Palatine trying to drain the clock, it was a 5-point game. And then Hersey, they looked like all hope was lost. They get the ball. They miss a shot earlier. They get the ball, come back down, and an absolutely monster three has sent this game into a frenzy. It's 42-42.
Oh my
with
God.
7.7 to go. Who do we get the ball to here?
7.7.
Obviously Charlie.
I'd say, because looking at
Either
stat
Charlie or
wise,
Ethan, and that's who we got on the floor as our starting five.
yeah, I mean Trotter's amazing assisting the team, so if we get it to him, he has to pass it down.
Yeah.
If there is a game winner, you guys have to chill. Let the call happen. Here we go. The electricity in the building. You can feel it. You can feel the tense. You can feel like how tense it is. I'm sure players on the floor are shaking. You can feel it in the student section on both sides of the floor in white and red jerseys. Here we go.
My heart's
Game
beating.
comes down to this.
I don't know about your guys, but my heart's beating.
Quick inbound. Here comes Thomas. Oh, and he lost the handle. But it is still going to be Hersey ball.
I mean, Foster, are you feeling this from the prospect game? This amount of energy.
Oh my gosh, this is so much better. This is immediately beats the prospect game by a mile.
My goodness.
Robbie Wilcox is going to get the foul. His first of the night. Here we go. Thomas bringing it up the floor, and he's going to bring up another foul.
Yeah, they're not in the bonus, so.
3.5 seconds to go. Now Hersey gets to inbound it from their own side, so you can get maybe a second and a half maybe after the inbound before you got to put up a shot.
Wow.
It's now. It's now or never. Thomas is going to get the inbound, obviously.
Yep.
It's going to be either him or Grease. They're going to draw something up. Thomas gets it. Here we go. And another foul from Robbie Wilcox. So this is just a strat here. They're just going to foul it until the time runs out. But at some point, I think they're one foul away from bonus.
Yeah, they have none to
Yeah,
give.
they have no more fouls to give. So now a shot's going to have to come up.
I mean,
If you foul them, the game's over. And now a timeout comes from Wodlowski. They're going to have to draw something up on the board to try and get points up.
I mean, if I'm Bob, I'm giving it to Thomas in the corner. He's electric from there. He's only missed one from each side of the corner. Wow, which is amazing. I mean, he's only put up two from the right and 3 from the left, but still amazing from him.
He's a game changer.
Palatine head coach Eric Millstone. I'm going to give him all credit there. That was probably the best coaching strategy I've seen. When you have 7.7 seconds left and they're trying to get it to the star guy, you got to foul him when you have fouls to give. Now you don't have any anymore. So what are they going to do now?
I mean, why not?
Zone defense has been working, but they have to press the perimeter.
Yeah,
If they get it down low for Hersey, it might be wraps.
You know that it's the last possession of the game. Why not just use your 3 fouls to give? I think that was in Millstone's head this whole time. I think he was contingency planning for this. Yeah.
Hey, if there's a game winner, just let the call happen. Yeah. If there's a game winner, take off the headset.
All right. 1.9 on the clock. Jesus, take the wheel and put it in Charlie Thomas's hands.
Charlie taking a moment to breathe for himself. Lord God, please give us the wheel. Take the wheel.
Wow.
Deliver us. Here we go.
Wow.
Say a little prayer. Now, here we go. Get it to Thomas.
Like I
The
said.
3 for the win. Oh, it's an elbow. Oops. Well, that happens. But now, we've got overtime, folks. More basketball still to come. This has been an electric game so far, and I'm honestly so happy that we get to play more of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Thomas, like I said, he would go to that corner. He's amazing from that corner. Lost a couple of percentage points from that area, but still amazing for him.
I would just want to use this time to shout out other sports at Hersey. So last night, girls basketball picked up a huge win over Friend.
Yes, they did. Massive.
Tomorrow, the cheer team has a comp at Stevenson, and I believe the boys swim team has a meet. I believe it's at Conant. They have a meet. So good luck to all those sports throughout the weekend. Obviously, we take Hersey pride in our sports very seriously. We hope all of them do very well.
Also, shout out to one of Hersey's biggest sports, bowling.
Oh yeah, boys bowling.
Boys bowling. Meet tomorrow in Rockford. Come out and support.
Oh wow. No, way out there. Come out to support.
If you want.
I like to.
Maybe closer.
Oh, also there is another game tomorrow. We
There is.
didn't get a chance to mention this in the pregame show. Tomorrow we've got a game against Glenbrook North at home. I don't think OC's come out with a theme yet, but I'm sure just wear your Hersey attire, come out, support, be loud. That's going to be another big game. That's 2 games in 24 hours for Hersey. Lot on the line for that one too. But G-Band is also playing right now too.
They
so
are.
a lot on the line.
Evanston, I believe.
Good luck to them tomorrow.
Yes.
I'll be in the student section for that one.
Here we go. Tied through halftime at 24. Tied through 4 quarters at 42.
So for the overtime rules, they are going to tip it off, and it is going to go Hersey's way. 4 minutes of OT. The fouls still apply, so Abram Williams is one of the guys in foul trouble, as well as Robbie Wilcox and Kyle Irwin, Charlie Thomas, Ethan Grease all have 3 fouls. It's Narat down near the base. Logan Luxem outside to Thomas. He'll send it back to Luxem. Kind of slowing the pace down a little bit. It's really what you needed. I really wish that shot from Charlie would have gone in. It would have been that would have been my favorite call ever. But, you know, there's still an opportunity for a buzzer beater. Hopefully, you know, we'll get the win by a good margin, but a buzzer beater would be absolutely electric.
Oh, yeah. You know it. Little 50-second possession for the Huskies so far.
Yeah, they're trying to bleed every single second of the clock.
I mean, we're using that no shot clock to our advantage.
Irwin's going to drive in. Grease from the corner. No good. Norak gets a big rebound.
Great rebound.
And he'll just slow it down a little bit. He's in the corner now, defended by Belunganai.
Eclipsing a minute on this possession, and that's been the name of the game. Take it slow. Take it slow for both sides.
Logan Luxem to Thomas. Back to Luxem. Narat, pull up for a jumper. That's going to go off the mark. Oh, and an elbow came in there from Belunganai. Not going to call anything, though. Chippy play now between Big Tony and Kyle Irwin.
I mean, Kyle is a chippy guy. You can see it in every
obviously
single game.
Tony is too. Pivot steps from Tony as he sends it out to Dick. Now it's Robbie Wilcox. Will he put up a 3 here? It's Darren Dick now. He'll put up a long 3. That's no good. Try to get the rebound was Big Tony. Couldn't. Ethan Grease gets it there.
Big.
So 2 minutes left. No points so far. Thomas will take the 3. No good. Nara gets the rebound. Big rebound there.
Jake's going to get constant rebounds this game.
Who's going to be the hero? Who is going to want it enough?
Under 2 minutes to go. Still no points here in overtime. But as fitting because this has been a defensive battle so far. Ethan Grease. He's got it. That's Luxem to Irwin. Luxem to Narat. Narat outside. Grease. Maybe looking to put up a 3. Didn't put it up. It's Luxem now. Down low. Grease. Quick jumper. Oh, off the mark. Williams trying to draw a foul there. Fell backwards.
I mean, Grease is not the best from inside the paint, but still, that's a shot that you should make.
Darren Dick holding the ball now. Under 90 seconds to go. Here we go.
And Grease has been a game changer all game. I mean, he's played very well. He's missed 2 in overtime, I believe.
Belunganai.
Yeah.
Trying to drive in on Narat. Oh, and the big bank shot goes in. And now that is an incredible shot. 22 now for Big Tony. as it's Narot down low. He responds. Beautiful finish down low by Jake Narot. 12 for him on the night, and even dozen. That is the third consecutive game where he's got double digits. Crowd getting loud again under a minute to go. Need points or we might go to double OT. Come on, Brady May outside, Darren Dick. Who's gonna budge? Robbie Wilcox, Abram Williams. Palatine just moving the ball around. Half a minute left. Dick.
Oh,
May.
I thought that was stealable.
Oh, the big steal on Thomas. Lost the handle on it, but still, that takes off some necessary seconds. Did Palatine get a hand in there at the end?
They might have. I would not.
It's Hersey ball! That is incredible! Incredible!
I mean, you can see my heart start.
Holy hustle! Charlie Pavis with another game-changing play.
So the Orange
Derek
Crush.
Dick trying to appeal to the referee that he didn't touch it. That is huge. Maybe he got just a fingertip in there
I don't know.
at the end.
Orange
But that is
Crush.
absolutely massive.
Forcing a turnover, put that on your stat sheet. Whitlow calls a timeout, and they'll talk it over. They have 20 seconds to win it. This is going to be the finish of the season. Wow. That's a big mistake from the Pirates. That's
I wonder
a
what's
very
going
big
on with
mistake.
Leo Collins.
Leo and this is Marty the Dean right now. Leo just sprinted in after that foul. Has he been here this game at all?
Yeah, I feel like he has.
Leo has been here. I believe
Marty just
Cohen
removed
has
him
been
from the game. But he was-
ejected.
he's carrying some sort of hat or some sort of mascot hat or something. I don't know.
I think
Damien! Nathan, is he out? Leo. Yeah, we just have word Leo Cohen has been ejected from the game. He just ran in for that
you can
turnover.
still see him lurking. I just saw him peek out.
I mean,
that is a little messed up. I feel like when a game like this, just let the kids watch the game.
But it's
in my opinion, I mean, maybe there was something that warranted that happening.
I get what you mean.
But I feel like at this point in the game, just let them
Yeah,
have
with
fun.
20
let them
seconds
watch
left,
the
I
game.
mean, who knows?
This is the season right here.
But it just shows
So
you,
early on too.
It just shows you how much passion is behind these two fan bases, how much passion is let into this game. This is a big 20 seconds.
19.7. It's 44 all. OT number 1. Could we see OT 2 or will we see the game winner?
I hope not. I hope you get that winner.
On a game-winning shot, headsets off. Yep. Luxem now, holding on to it. 10 seconds left to go. They're going to give it to the Superman. Thomas now.
Come on.
Here we go. Trying to set up for the game winner.
For glory.
Outside. Luxem pulls up for 3. Do they get a foul?
Double dribble.
Oh, and a double dribble.
Oh, no.
But it
left. I mean,
likely won't have much of an impact. They took way too long to get a shot up. Just sitting out near the logo. And just so much hesitation. Might as well just put it up.
Oh, my
But we put it up way too late, and we made a mistake, and now Bob is going to call a timeout.
Wow. Slips out of Luxem's hands, and that's a double dribble. That's just unfortunate how that happens. Oh, that hurts. That hurts.
Still a chance, though, in double OT.
Yeah.
I can't believe this game is going to double overtime. This is
Phenomenal game.
it's a privilege to be able to call this game. I'm thankful to be here with Ben Meek and Caden. I'm thankful to, have a team have such a good basketball team where we can come out here and call an electric game. Shout out to the Orange Crush,
Agreed.
the cheer team, all the parents, even the Palatine people coming out to watch this game. I love atmospheres where both teams and both sides and schools are involved.
Yep.
It's always a lot of fun. Right now, we're getting updates from other games. Barrington and Rolling Meadows. Barrington is currently up over Rolling Meadows they're up 45-38. I'm assuming that game might be coming to a close now. Looks like Kate and I are both 1-0 in our picks.
Good picks, Foster. Yeah, I just want to point out once again, we said how evenly Palatine was spreading the wealth, spreading the scoring around. That was when Belunganai had 8. He has 22 points coming into this second overtime. He has scored 14 without anybody else scoring any for his team. This is a crazy run.
I like the hooping jargon you're using there. The dispersive points, the spreading the wealth.
Yeah.
Going all the way down the floor. Good hand there by Norlock. Trying to go for the Hail Mary there was Palatine. Nothing doing. We've got double overtime. As we are just going to take a real fast break. just for a couple minutes. We will be right back. All right, we're back. Just a quick little 1 minute break for us to get some water and catch our breath for a second. So investing these games, and that's what you gotta love about the sport. You gotta love about all sports. It's stuff like this. Double overtime is exciting in any single sport.
Yeah, and honestly, we said everything that needs to be said. What is left to be said about this amazing, thrilling game? I think it's at this point up to the coaches, up to the players. It's up to the atmosphere right now.
I mean, I don't know the last time this team has been in double OT against any team.
This is a rare sight to see right at home at the Carter Gymnasium.
Now here's Irwin up at the top. It's Palmas now.
Irwin underneath. Irwin
kicks it out to Grease. And now it's Palmas. Superman up at the top. I'll just keep calling him that, Superman. I'll see him I'll see him during the school day, and I'll start calling him that. Love you, Charlie. Here we go. Logan down underneath. Beautiful. Great finish. 2 points there for Logan Luxon. First points in quite a while for Logan, but a big finish there.
Logan loves getting those points.
Aggressive 2 points down
one of the
low.
top leaders for the team.
Yeah, and that's huge. Only 2 points are scored by each team. Oh, big shot.
That's an decider.
By Will Cox. Oh, no. Oh, no. Heartbreaking turnover. Belunganai with the steal.
And now here comes Palatine. Up 1 now after the 3 ball. Abram Williams. That's Darren Dick now with the ball. Tony Belunganai holding it. Abram Williams trying to drive in. Good steal there from Ethan Grease.
There we go.
Now here they come. Fast break. Charlie Palmas pulls up for 3. No good. But Nora tries to get the rebound. A lot of contact there.
Come on.
Logan going to his hot spot. I mean, he's amazing from the top corner.
At the logo now is Luxon. Kyle Irwin now. Ethan Grease. Trying to rotate around. Now they get it out to Palmas.
2 minutes.
It's Grease. 2 minutes left. Luxon. Can he put up a quick shot? Trying to get a crossover. Nice jab. Good.
Come on.
Great jumper. That is beautiful. From Logan Luxon.
Be the savior, Logan Luxon. 4 points to start off this double overtime. Foul call.
The foul comes in. I believe that foul.
It was Narat on Belunganai.
For Narat. That's his 3rd of the night. And now that's going to send Belunganai to the free throw line. And if you're Hersey, just hope and pray that they miss the free throw.
Yeah, and another quick thing. Neither team is in the bonus, even though we've played a quarter plus 2 overtimes almost. This is intense. Loud in the Carter.
Belunganai gets the first free throw. This second one is absolutely crucial. And if you're Hersey now, if he misses this free throw or even makes it, with being that it's only a 1 point margin, do you hold on to the ball and try to use as much clock as possible?
All comes down to this.
Belunganai, second free throw, no good, rebound by Hersey. And now we're 48 all once again. Big miss.
Wow.
Tie game, Logan Luxon carrying it up the floor, underneath, Palmas, aggressive finish. What a finish down low.
That's big, that's big.
Beautiful pass from Logan Luxon. They have that connection down to the point. And now here we go. Over a minute to go, Palatine's got the ball.
Logan.
Darren Dick, a long three. No good. Trying to get the bank shot. Rebound by Palatine.
Uh-oh. Timeout.
And it looks like Palatine's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, like I was saying, Logan and Charlie have been varsity starters for the past 2 years. And
Yes.
they're so good.
They are. A lot of experience. Wow. Beautiful night at the Carter. Cold outside, warm inside. 78 seconds remaining. Palatine, Hersey. For all the marbles. Wow. Just take a deep breath. And just be thankful for this amazing game we have at hand.
Gotta love sports, dude.
Gotta love sports.
You just gotta love sports. You gotta love the atmosphere, the investment, age, gender, race. It doesn't matter. Like, you just come here to love the game.
What else is there to do in Arlington Heights at Friday night at 9 o'clock?
Then watch a good basketball game.
Exactly.
Seriously, there could be so many more people here. There's definitely the space for it. This could be a packed-out gym.
You're watching
It is still pretty packed, considering all things considered.
I believe it is.
And
yeah.
this is probably the biggest crowd I've seen for a Hersey basketball game that's not against Prospect, BG, or Meadows.
100%.
First time in a while. Love seeing this. Remember, this team was not as good when we were freshmen,
Oh, yeah.
sophomores.
Low turnout back then. Hersey basketball is on the rise.
Darren Dick, 3-ball. He's got it. Wow. And that's a huge three from Palatine. A 1-point game as Hersey's got the ball. You only need 2.
That shot means that I think it's going to end at double overtime. I think this game is ending in 45 seconds, no matter who wins.
Logan Luxon in the corner. Dribbling, trying to get it forward. Outside. Norrock, 3-ball. No good. And Belunganai is going to get the rebound. Do you foul if you're Hersey?
We move this pivot foot. I don't think so.
Are they going to? They don't get the violation. No, Irwin's going to pick up a foul. That's going to send. I believe that's Williams going to be going to the line.
Oh no. Belunganai pivoting off his left foot, and he completely picked it up.
And Darren Dick, I believe he was 0 for 6 from beyond the arc.
Wow.
And he finally gets one, and when it mattered most. And now Hersey student section chanting air ball. He had one earlier in the game. Now he's got 2 big free throws coming up. Abram Williams gets the first.
I mean, if you're...
We've seen bigger miracles before. I mean, Charlie Palmas hit one from the ear earlier of the Huskies logo.
Yeah.
Crucial free throw coming up.
If he misses, you got to take it on the court. You got to score on a fast break. Don't worry about no 3. But
now a 3-ball is absolutely necessary, absolutely crucial.
Oh no.
It's now or never. Game time. It's here. Will we see another miracle? Palmas from way deep. No good. Can they get the rebound, please? Yes. Luxem. They've got to put up a shot soon. Luxem from way deep. It's good! Bang! It's Logan Luxem. Tie game.
I mean, like we said, Logan is amazing.
Oh my God. Does it even matter anymore? What is even happening? This is unreal. This is inconceivable.
Ball is ball. Absolutely raining threes in the Ken Carter Gymnasium right now. This is incredible. Logan Luxem from, I believe, 10 feet beyond the arc. That is an insane shot. Incredible. This is basketball.
Going into this game, this was one of the biggest matchups, not only in Hersey history, not only in Palatine history, but in Ken Carter Gymnasium history and MSL history. In an astounding game. We might go to triple overtime at the Carter.
I mean, if you're in the third section right now, any age, any race, any gender, whatever, they're amazing. They're getting this team rallied up from when we were down.
Yep.
To now.
That they are.
Going in triple overtime.
Not a dull sight in the stands. Each team's parents, students have been on their feet the entire game. This is
insane.
Wow. Am I dreaming? Wilcox to inbound. He had a big 3 to start this second overtime. Wow. see what happens. Dick with the ball up the
Darren
court.
Dick, here he comes. Trying to go for the game winner. Driving in. And a big block! Jake Nora with the denial to send it to triple overtime. Absolutely mean in the paint.
Wow. This is unreal. Palatine on the court. Widlowski sending the Huskies back on. We have triple overtime in the Carter Gym. For the Ed Molitor Thanksgiving Tournament Championship, for the MSL, heck, even for the state playoff race.
I mean, like I was saying earlier, I don't think we've ever seen a double overtime, let alone a triple overtime.
Yeah, this
in
is
gym
absolutely
or for Hersey.
incredible.
These players are gassed. Grease wins the tip. Luxem calling his plays. Luxem across half court. Luxem at the elbow. Luxem careens out to the other elbow. Calling Narod in, calling Grease in the paint. Ball movement beyond the arc. Luxem. Thomas, Grease. Grease at the elbow. He has Luxem in the paint. Luxem driving on May. Back out to Grease. Grease staring down Williams out to Irwin.
When outside the three is not the best shooter this season. He hasn't put up a shot that has gone in at all, but let alone.
Yeah.
Thomas up at the top now. Just using up as much clock as they can. I'm sure these guys are absolutely gassed right now.
They are. Here we go.
We've got some sideline coaching from the student section right now. Narod's got it. Looking to maybe put up a shot.
Another lengthy possession. Another lengthy possession.
Underneath. Grease trying to finish. No good.
That is just good.
Rebound comes in. Brady May with the defense. And now it's Darren Dick bringing it up the floor for Palatine.
That is just very good defense from Palatine. That's hard to score on. Oh no, Williams.
Oh my goodness! Over the back. That is an impossible block. Impossible from Charlie Thomas to be able to block someone from behind, get over the top, and not get a foul. That is absolutely incredible. NBA level block right there.
Narod smacked Dick away to end the second overtime.
Oh my goodness! And a
it's
bad
over.
mistake. And now the Hersey Huskies are going to get the ball, bringing it up the floor.
Yeah.
Narod gets to the cup and finishes it. 2 points, and the Huskies lead.
Unreal.
Narod's amazing in the paint, as we said. He's one of the top leaders.
This is unbelievable. Thomas with the denial turns into a 6 to Narod with the layup. Williams on Thomas.
It's Dick now up at the top. Irwin on him. And a big hit. Oh, wow. That is a very, very interesting call.
Ryan Dugan has no idea what is going on with the game. He was applauding that play in the Orange Crush. Now he is chanting. I think he has no idea where he is right now. This Orange Crush, they have been in it, I can't lie, at the end. They were missing. They were absent for a lot of the second half. Now they're getting loud. Now they're getting emotional. Especially kudos to these first 2 rows. They have been very loud this whole game.
Yeah, wow. And Brady May, that one, maybe just basketball gods against you on that one. That one was in and right out. And I just want to say to the Hersey student section, maybe keep the profanity to a minimum, as that one is good. It's a 1-point game. Deja vu in triple overtime. I will lose it if we go to quadruple.
Yeah.
Here we go. Thomas, Degrees, Logan on top of the IHSA logo. Thomas at the top. Luxem down low. Narod puts it in. He snuck past Belonganai and got the points down low.
Unbelievable.
Another great finish, and he is now up there with Thomas for top scorer.
Can they end it? Can they force a stop? Can they put pressure on the Pirates? Yes, they can. Big stop.
And now, for Palatine, maybe time to foul. But for Hersey, you've got to go down and score even because
time's running out.
You've been in this situation before where you're behind. Palatine trying to draw the foul on the flop.
That was weird.
All right. He's got open space now.
And you've already seen, they'll take their time.
Down to Narat. Irwin's open. Could have cut into the basket there. Didn't.
1 minute.
Narat. They're just using as much clock as they can. Grease. Luxem. It's just tic-tac-toe passing right now.
Irwin, keep it close. Keep it close. And they'll foul him.
They're going to foul him.
Or no, I believe a timeout will be called before that occurs. Timeout P-Town. That is their second. Or sorry, that was their fourth. They have one remaining. So wow, triple overtime. I don't want to jinx anything, but is this when it ends? Is this when Hersey breaks through? Is this when Hersey garners a huge win?
51.3 left to go. 57-54 game. Hersey's up. Huge points coming in from Jake Narat back-to-back.
Huge.
Down in the paint. He snuck by. Belonganai might be getting the better of him when it matters most, even though Belonganai has a whopping 23 points.
Yeah, we've discussed players of the game. Obviously, Belonganai lighting up the stat sheet.
I think I'd still give it to him. I feel like he is.
Really?
But I think when it matters most, you could still make an argument for Charlie Thomas, and at the end of the day, I still want to give it to him. That three to send it to even the first overtime was in the clutch.
But I just want to say, like, we've been so far, we've played this game for so long. Is there a player of the game in general? You have had Narat big in the paint. You have had Ethan Grease making amazing plays.
Give me co-players of the game, Jake Narat, Charlie Thomas. Give me co-players of the game. I like this a lot, and I want to shout out every single guy on the floor. Even Kyle, who's down. He's only got 2. His passing and his defense has been remarkable.
Kyle's played well.
Remarkable in this game.
Looks up at us.
Thomas now to Luxem. Some more tic-tac passing.
Good time wasting.
Tiki-taki style hooping is Narat. Beautiful pivot steps.
Can't let it come
back down to Irwin. Down to Narat. They're going to foul again. And they might just be in the bonus now.
They are.
Are they going to send Narat to the line, who just got fouled? The foul came in from Iliopoulos, his first of the night.
Yeah, Narat is the most efficient guy on the team for free throws. He's only missed 2 or 3, I'm pretty sure, on the season so far. So hopefully not going to jinx it right here.
Announcer jinx from me. No good, the jinx. But good the free throw. 2 possession game. It's starting to slip away for Palatine.
And now I just want to say there's been so many moments in this game where it felt like Hersey was the dominant team, where it felt like Palatine was the dominant team. This was a back-and-forth game.
It felt like they were down and out for the count twice in this game. As Narat's second free throw goes.
And hey, there's also parts where we thought this game would never end.
2 huge free throws in triple OT. Half a minute left. Palatine looking to go. That was a travel 100%. Williams is going to put up a quick 3. No good. Irwin's going to get it. They're going to foul him. Oh, huge chippy play there. Irwin, nice aggressiveness there at the end to draw a foul.
That's the beginning of the end for the Pirates. 20 seconds to go. I believe Irwin at the line. Huskies up 5. This is a major win for the Huskies.
And the best chant in sports, in my opinion at least. Nah, 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 hey, 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 goodbye, is what rains down in the Carter Gym as the Hersey Huskies are going to claim victory.
Yeah, there's some Palatine chitlins in the upper deck heading for the exits. It's all but over.
And that is 60. It took pretty much 5.5 periods, 3 overtimes for us to get 60 burger, but that is what we got tonight.
I mean,
up by 6, looking to make it 7. Boys, no joke intended there.
Is one of the more efficient guys for free throw.
Announcer jinx came in from Meek.
Not the best.
16 seconds left. Time running out. Huge 3 from Bobby Wilcox. That was still kind of close. Belonganai will finish it low. 25 points for him tonight. Shout out Big Tony.
Boys, we have just announced 45 minutes of basketball.
That is incredible. That is near the NBA level. You don't really see that a lot from high school kids.
That's above the college level. That's unreal.
It's 9:20. This game started at
Past my bedtime.
7:30. This game was probably supposed to be over. Is
An hour ago, I feel like.
8:45. It probably should have ended not at about an hour ago. Start the bus's chance coming now. You gotta get. Yeah, you probably got to get those warm. It is a little chilly outside.
Yep. Another
Now,
shout out to the boys.
Thinking down the stretch for Hersey, you got Glenbrook North coming up.
Yeah.
How are you staying locked in, staying focused, and keeping things smooth going down the stretch?
And I just want to point another thing out. This is a lengthy game. They're going to be tired by the time they wake up tomorrow. They're going to be sore.
Oh, yeah.
Does this affect the Glenbrook North game? If it was regulation, I mean,
But-
you just go out there, you play again.
No excuses can be made because GBN's in the same situation. They are also playing a game right now,
That's true.
and if we could get a score check on that, that would be beautiful.
Oh, yeah, I can check on that right now, Foster.
Wow. Welcome to the jungle, Palatine. The home team will take it away with 10 seconds remaining. Let's see if fouls will cease. Irwin was open. Intentional.
Walks some, gets the ball in the corner, gets fouled. We've got 4 different guys, 4 different players on the floor who have put up double-digit points.
Wow.
And oh my goodness, Glenbrook North. Okay, so they didn't play tonight. That's our mistake.
They played yesterday, sorry.
They played yesterday, but they got blasted by a good Evanston team.
Evanston's good.
61-41 was
Wow.
the final score. And a rough game. Then I believe, that was away. But 2 games back-to-back dropped for GBN now.
The
And now a
Beardsley
big matchup coming for
Beardsley's
Hersey.
a hard place to play, but GBN, you cannot lose by 20 to that team. Hersey is looking good to keep their streak, and that
Up
means
5
they'll be
now.
7 or 8 0.
Last second chance. Iliopolis bringing it up the floor. His three-pointer. Air.
That will
ball.
do it.
Let the chance rain down in this gymnasium. That is going to do it for this game. Not to inbound it. Irwin gets it. Ball game. Let's go home, baby. Your Hersey Huskies win tonight in triple overtime. 61-56, the final score. What a game. Wow. Meek, Caden, your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, this game went in so long. I mean, it could have ended 30 minutes ago. Who knows? But this team, hard-fought battle for both teams. Could see them down the stretch in the MSL Championship.
Yep.
And who knows?
And I just want to say thank you guys for blessing my eyes and my ears. Amazing game.
What a
Amazing
night
game to be at.
Thank you for Meek and Caden for listening in. We are very sorry to our viewers if you're going to listen to this recording now. We are so sorry to you guys that we did not get this up live. Next time we will improve on that. But thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you have a fantastic weekend. Thank you to Meek and Caden. Thanks for tuning in. And we will see you later. Signing off.
I mean,